He started smoking right away in the video. Sorry, YouTube. We're new at this. New first video. We're doing a mock draft 1 through 10. Just a short little video here. Me and Wilts. Uh, start it off. Uh, First off, we're just doing this quick. We haven't done a lot of research here. So if you guys don't like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, like it. Don't like it. We just want to get some football talk going because I'm sick of talking to him about football. I want to talk to other people too. All right, the order: Browns go 1, Giants go 2, Colts back to the Browns, and then Denver. That's your top 5. He can tell you the next 5 once we get there. But who do you think Cleveland should take?
I think this is what I think they're gonna take. This is not necessarily who I think they should take, but I got them taking. Surprise, surprise, Josh Rosen, quarterback, 6'4", 210 pounds. Polished. Can start day one. And really, to save Jackson's job, I think they have to. I don't think they have a choice. So, who do you think they got?
I would agree. It's going to be a quarterback for one. I don't know if it'll be Rosen, Darnold, or Allen, and I don't think it saves Hugh Jackson's job. I think none of the quarterbacks that they draft are going to be better than DeShone Kizer because you have no pieces around a quarterback to win in Cleveland. Terrible organization to start with.
Yeah, like Hugh Jackson should have been fired.
Yeah,
last year.
I mean, they 0-16, and that's awful. But I personally think that the Browns should draft Saquon Barkley. I don't think they will.
I think that's what I got going too. He's the best player in the draft. And look at what Fournette did with the Jaguars last year. You hand him the ball, let him run people over, try to play better defense.
You go back the last 3 years. You go Todd Gurley this year, the Rams, what he did. Then you go Ezekiel Elliott with the Cowboys, what he's done. And then you go to Fournette this year, which all those teams have an offensive line in place, which I don't. The Browns' offensive line, I think, is graded so poorly because they don't have a running back who can see the holes or hit the holes or run the ball.
Right.
You need the talent in the backfield to even get anything done. So that's who we think they should pick.
So going on to the Giants, Wilts, what do you think?
I think this would be a reach, but I think that they should draft Roquan Smith out of Georgia.
Stud. Inside linebacker?
Yes. And the Giants are going to be switching to a 3-4 James Bettcher. They need inside linebackers more.
We think they're going to be switching to a 3-4.
Yeah.
Nothing's been confirmed yet, as far as we've told, but
I would guess they're going to go to a 3-4 because Bettcher had a lot of success with the Cardinals with this 3-4. Blitz happy. Smith is a freak athlete, and that's who I think would help their team out. Their defense is ranked like 31st. That would be my pick. It'd be a reach, but I think he would have an immediate impact. I think he would be defensive rookie of the year in my mind because there's a lot of tackles that need to be made on that defense.
Yeah.
And I bet he'd
a lot all over the team.
It'd be him and Landon Collins, I think, unless you're going to make a day 3 draft pick for an inside linebacker right here. Guy from Iowa, Josey Jewell.
Yes. We're from Iowa, so we got high hopes on Josey Jewell making.
Josh Jackson, Josey Jewell, baby. You got Daniels too, so he'll probably go in the first round. Who do you got the Giants taking?
I got him the safe pick. He's probably seen it a million times. Sam Darnold, 6'4", 225. He's got huge upside. People talk about his mechanics a little bit, but let him sit behind Eli Manning and learn. And that's I think with Pat Shurmur, I think that's the way they're gonna go.
Quarterback train over here.
Quarterback train. It's a high market. Everybody wants one to save, and if you got Eli Manning, start him for 2 years. I still think Eli can get it done. I think he's a good quarterback. I thought he was really underrated. He's a Super Bowl quarterback. you know, you got to fix things around him just like any other organization. So that's what I think about the Giants. So we'll move on to the Colts here, and this is my surprise pick, where I think this will happen, and I don't think people see it coming. I think they pick the offensive guard, Quentin Nelson, 6'4", 325 pounds, absolute stud. You gotta with Andrew Luck coming back, you gotta do the offensive line. You can't let him keep getting beat up. You can't let him re-injure his shoulder. You know, so there's my big splash for the pick. What about you, Wills?
Assuming that Barkley and Smith are off the board, I'm taking Bradley Chubb. So, need help on the defense. They have no pass rushers whatsoever. Mel Kiper in his last mock draft got Bradley Chubb, one of the Colts too. So,
Stud.
no surprise pick here. Great athlete. To get to the playoffs, you need pass rushers. So,
Yep.
Going back to 4, back to the Browns, who I will reiterate are not good. So,
Fucking horrible.
I have the Browns taking Minkah Fitzpatrick out of Alabama. He fits into Greg Williams' defense. He can play safety, play corner. You can blitz him off the slot. He's really versatile, and it only makes sense for me here to take Fitzpatrick.
I think that's a good pick. He's a stud. He's gonna be a stud.
So in my mock draft, that's saying that the Browns stick with Sean Kaiser as their quarterback all year long. I think that they do that. I hope they do that.
Yeah. You got to give a guy more than 1 year, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, maybe, but maybe he spent all off season fixing his mechanics, and it wasn't just Kaiser that was the problem. It was more than just. You can't blame it on one person, though. Everybody wants to. It seems like. But I got Barkley picking 4, dropping down to the Browns too. Just a stud, probably the best player in the draft. I think he makes an instant impact, and he's just going to be a stud. So let's go down to Denver at pick 5. And surprise, surprise, I got him picking Josh Allen, quarterback, 6'5", 222 pounds, monster arm, just a rocket. But
Freak athlete too.
Freak athlete.
So
Big, strong guy. I just think he's going to fit good in there with Denver. And this is before free agency, so this is just kind of we'll change it up once free agency gets down there. So who you got picking?
here's where my quarterback train starts. And I'm not even going to give you a pick here. It's going to be a toss-up between Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, or Josh Rosen. Whichever one Denver wants. I don't think Denver's going to go out and overpay Kirk Cousins to be their quarterback.
Well, do you like one over the other?
I like Josh Allen
Josh
because I think Rosen. I'm really not sure if Rosen really loves football and some of the things that he does on the field. I mean, he's a great talent, but I think Josh Allen's a good leader. Played at a small school, which I really like, and then.
Well, you got to have passion for the game. You can't just go in there and because everybody is so good.
There's got to be something that sets you apart when you get to the NFL. And
like Tom Brady, he is a worker. He was going to win no matter what. So that's what makes the difference is passion.
And with Darnold, I think Darnold just throws too many balls out there to be picked off in the NFL. So that's kind of off that train. I do think that the Jets are going to take Josh Rosen because that New York life really fits Rosen, kind of his attitude that, the kid that don't care that much. And that fits.
Classic Jet move.
Fits the Jets. He might, I just think he fits there pretty well. He's got that Joe Namath thing going on where it's either going to go really good or it's going to go really bad.
So you got the Jets taking probably more towards Mayfield or Rosen.
Yeah, that would be interesting too. Is Baker Mayfield that
was my pick? I messed that up, but yeah, I picked Mayfield for the Jets. It's like unless they trade up or do something, that's just take the quarterback that falls to you. It seems to be the fucking NFL draft way. So yeah, I got Baker Mayfield with the Jets. The Bucks, this is where I got them picking Bradley Chubb. I'm sure you've seen it a couple of times on mock drafts, but I think it just makes sense. They need to start rebuilding the defense. They got the pieces there on offense with Winston and Evans, and they're kind of getting that set up. So now you have to turn and look towards the defense, and that's probably the best outside D-end, outside linebacker rusher there is.
Yeah, Blake for sure. I haven't taken Quentin Nelson. I think they need to help Winston out a little bit. Jameis Winston likes to hold the ball, so for one, you got to protect him. And I think having that interior pressure in his face really affects his quarterback rating. Throws a lot of picks. I think Nelson helps him out here. Also helps him out in the run game. So that is my pick.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Who you got Chicago taking?
Coming from the Bears guy over here. Chicago. They're kind of in a bad situation because I don't think you have an absolute stud receiver in this draft.
I agree.
At 8. So
and with Kevin White with him taken.
Yeah.
Do you really want to do that? Two out of 3 years at a number 1 pick? I don't think so.
If I was gonna take somebody for Chicago, if you had to take a receiver, which they probably do, I would take Calvin Ridley because I think he's the best receiver in the draft. But personally, for Chicago here, if you can get somebody to trade back to maybe 16, 17, 18, where you can still get a high-quality receiver, you probably could still get Ridley down there.
Yeah.
And bolster a pick or two.
Well, I think you can find gems later down in a couple of the other rounds. What round was Thielen taken?
Undrafted.
There you go. Absolute stud. So I think that any position, I don't think you do it at number 1. I think you go somewhere in the draft where somebody overlooks or somebody falls, and then you pick up a receiver that can contend. Right? But I have Chicago taking Micah Fitzpatrick, cornerback, 6'1", 203. I think they're good at their safety positions, but with Kyle Fuller and Prince Akamaku or whatever.
Mukamara.
Yeah.
He does that a lot.
I think you pick him up and, plug him in and play him. I think, I think you plug him in and play him. So I got, let's go to the 49ers here. I got the 49ers taking Tremaine Edmonds, often outside linebacker, 6'4", 230. I think he's going to be a stud with Solomon, rushing the passer on the defensive side. I think the offense is really taking off. He paid Garoppolo a lot of money. He's a winner, I think, and I think you turn around on the defensive side and start building to, give Garoppolo a couple more chances on the field in a game and win games that way. So, Blake?
I have the 49ers taking Denzel Ward out of Ohio State. I think anywhere on the defensive side for the 49ers helps them. I think with Garoppolo at quarterback, they prove that they can score points. Make sure that Hyde stays there. And what's he got for receivers? You got Garcon, and then you got the tight end George Kittle from Iowa. Obviously, we know that one. But I think
who's their third receiver?
Is Torrey Smith there? I believe. So I think they can get it done on the offensive side. They need a little defensive help. So Oakland, I'm not really sure who Oakland should take right now. So who do you have Oakland taking?
I got them taking Roquan Smith.
You got him
the inside linebacker.
That's the biggest pick for most people is Smith. But like I said, I have Smith going to the Giants too. But he'd be a great pick for the Raiders too. You're replacing Navarro Bowman, who's probably going to leave. That's a big hole that they need.
And he can start day one,
Yeah.
He can get in there and get the job done. So, well, that's our top 10 picks. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe to our channel and leave us comments in the comment section and let us know how we did, if we can improve, or what you guys want to hear us talk about. All right, thanks.